So we've already talked about two key points in your story where you can easily ratchet up suspense. First, of course, the opening, and the opening of every new scene and new chapter. Second, every time a new character is introduced. Now, here's the thing to watch for with introducing new characters. It can get to be way too much fun. We reach a point in a story where we're not sure what to write next, so, let's throw in a new sidekick. Or how about Great Aunt Martha? Or a sneaky delivery guy who is really a villain spy. This is okay. New characters can add an interesting twist, especially if they cause trouble for the hero. But don't give them a viewpoint. Don't get into their heads. For short stories, one point of view character is usually enough. 2 if you must, but that's it. Novels, usually 3 viewpoint characters are good, 5 maximum. Many novels have only 1. And we need to be in the hero's point of view at least 70% of the book. Divide the remaining time between other point of view characters, always looking for a way to add surprise and suspense. Now, we left Emissary with the introduction of Rule. Perched at the edge of Addison Hale's drink container, Emissary Rule's biological energy spark hesitated before entering the president's corporeal form. An instant earlier, aboard the Gen ship, Rule's assignment had seemed challenging and adventurous. "You can do this," his mentor Corleone had said during last-minute instructions for Rule's deputation as emissary to Earth. "I wish I shared my mentor's confidence." The human words grated like sand on Rule's thought sensors. 23 emissaries have been successfully integrated on other planets, Rule. You will be number 24. In the blackness of the ready room, Corleone's brilliant spark flickered from blue to green. Rule frequently envisioned his mentor's image before Corleone relinquished his corporeal form and boarded the ship. But there was no time now for such sentimentality. For both of them, the comfort of occupying a body of one's own was forever in the past and best forgotten. "How many emissaries have actually fulfilled their mission, Mentor, and returned whole?" Instead of answering, Corleone ushered Rule to the conveyance chamber. Before engaging the relocation beam, he repeated with a shift of inflection, "You can do this, Rule." At this point, we recognize that Rule is also vulnerable. So who do we worry about? President Hale or Rule? Or both? Fortunately, not every introduction of a character will include a worry factor. Sometimes we just wonder how they're going to connect with the hero. And for that, here's another tip. Use sensory details. Sensory words have an emotional impact. Connecting with the reader's emotions enables a writer to engage empathy, and the reader begins to care about this character. So let's meet Long Shadow, the second hero and emissary. Chapter 3, Houston, Texas. The glint of copper that snatched Kirk Longshadow's attention and yanked his foot off the accelerator was hair. Magnificent hair that swirled upward in a sudden gust and blew wildly around a woman's face. The same glance told him the woman was wearing snug white jeans, no panty line, with a gauzy green shirt, and was walking at a pace through the Super Sports parking lot that suggested haste and intention. Those 2 paragraphs paint a fairly vivid picture. Visual words like glint of copper, white jeans, green shirt, helped us to visualize the scene. Words like snatched, yanked, swirled upward, snug, and gauzy are textural words that help us feel what's happening. You can also use words that suggest sound, like shrill, shriek, clunk, whoosh, or words that indicate odors or tastes, like spicy, sweet, funky, acidic. Sensory details create the story world, and help draw the reader into that story world. Now here's my last 2 tips for today. In most cases, when you want to tighten the emotional cord, use sensory words that carry negative or unpleasant connotations. When you want to relax the tension, use sensory words that carry positive or pleasant connotations. And equally important is to filter these sensory words, these sensory details, through a character's attitude. When a reader feels connected to a hero, whatever the hero wants, the reader wants. So it's important to continually make the reader aware of how the hero feels. It's Longshadow, not the author, whose attention is suddenly snatched by a woman's swirling hair and snug white jeans. And a moment later, it's Longshadow who's surprised to see that she's carrying a bow and a quiver of arrows. He wants to know why. And if Longshadow wants to know why, readers want to know. So they read on in suspense.